So you want God to work powerfully in your church, and maybe you're not the pastor there. I want to give you two things to do to improve the services at your local church this week, and I encourage you to share this with others in your congregation, because if you all do this together, I'm telling you, God's going to show up in a mighty way. The first thing is this: spend 5 to 10 minutes every single day praying for the services at your church. Praying for God to do a mighty work, praying for God to draw in sinners, praying for God to convict hearts, to change lives, praying for God to help those who are deep in sin and struggling, who may even be saved but they're not getting victory, praying for God to help your pastor as he develops the sermon, to get a clear word from him. Spend 5 to 10 minutes every day, and if you alone do this, it will impact your service. But if you and all of your church family do this, I'm telling you, it's going to be a special service to show up to. Number 2 is this: come to that service expecting God to show up. Make sure that this service, you know you're coming to meet with God, and you're not just going through the motions, but you're there to meet with Him, and you're expecting Him to work. You're not expecting every person there to be perfect, and to the preacher to preach a perfect sermon, or for the song leader to be perfect, but you're there to meet with God, and you know He has something for you, and you know He's going to work. I'm telling you, if our church families were full of members who did these two things, we would have churches that were powerful. Churches that made a difference in each other's lives and made a difference in this world. And so I encourage you, take these 2 steps this week to make your church even more powerful this Sunday.